It's time for another edition of San Antonio Missions Baseball. It is I, Jonathan Baker, as we welcome you to the live broadcast here tonight. It is Game 4 of our 6-game set between the visiting Frisco Pesos and your Flying Chanclas to San Antonio. Well, tonight gonna be an interesting night. We welcome you to Weekend Baseball, as it's $2 Dr. Pepper night here at the ballpark, and so far, a pretty good time as we get ready to go this evening. Two teams continue the series tomorrow night. Don't forget post-game drone show tomorrow, as you can see some different displays, and so far pretty good on that. Sunday, we'll wrap it up against Frisco. Missions head to Amarillo after this week. And then we'll be back on Tuesday night, August 4th, to take on the visiting Springfield Cardinals. Go online now at missionsbaseball.com. Purchase and print your tickets from home. Also, download Bally Live. You can find that in the App Store or Google Play. And so far, you are good to go. Well, anyway, boy, that was one heck of a night last night, as the Frisco RoughRiders winning the final score 12-0. And I gotta say, that was a serious whooping they gave to San Antonio. And so far, the 53rd win for the RoughRiders came in, and so far they have really hit the baseball well as they went after it last night. Boy, knocking in some runs. The fourth and fifth innings was 5 runs for both of those half innings for Frisco. And I got to say, that was something that we haven't seen in this homestand, but now we do. Well, anyway, just thought we'd make this pregame show short and sweet. And we're going to take you downstairs now as we bring you to another edition of our live game coming up here at Wolf Stadium. Well, Chancla's back one more time this homestand, and so far Queso's coming out as we'll get ready to go here in this one. Right-hander Emmanuel Benales will be out on the mound for San Antonio. Four-seam slider, changeup, and a sinker getting ready to go here in tonight's contest. So far, a nice, beautiful Friday night, and so far, Orlando Martinez being the first one up for Frisco. And here we go. First pitch is foul. It's 0-1. We are underway at 7:05 tonight. And here's the pitch. That one is in for a strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count now to Orlando Martinez. Wind up and the pitch. That one is foul. Hanging on. No balls and 2 strikes to count the pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. And that's the first strikeout for Benales as he strikes out Martinez, and there's one down. Hardy and Chavez will be the next 2 up. Guerrero drilling Keith Jones the second. Leasing Bronk and Macias will round it out for Frisco here this evening. Welcome you to Weekend Baseball. Join us tonight through Sunday night. Road trip to Amarillo, I should say. I was going to say Frisco, but why are we going to play a team 12 times? Well, got to say for the RoughRiders, we play them 12 times in the second half. And that's going to be right there, line drive. That's a base hit. And the board is Theo Hardy as he came into the single center field for a base hit. Frenier Chavez coming in now. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be right there. And they're going to tag him out as they apply the tag midway through first base. But now a runner in scoring position. Here is Pablo Guerrero. Guerrero coming in, ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that one is going to be out of play. It's 0-1. Well, Amarillo got done with that first game against Corpus Christi. They win it 4-3 through 7. After being rained out yesterday by that tropical depression. And here comes a run is across the score. And that's an RBI single by Guerrero. And Frisco up now 1-0. Boy, they are really pulling in across the runs. And so far tonight, getting into the first one of the evening. In now is Dylan Drilling. Oh! Oh! And that's going to hit him. No play. And by golly, that got him in the ribcage. Good thing it didn't come back and drill him in the face. Here's Keith Jones, the second, as he takes a strike inside. It's 0-1. 2 out, 2-1 here in this top half. 1 run in to score. Frisco has another 2 on bases. That one right there, ground ball. And that is thrown out to the first baseman, Sanabria, and that will do it. Well, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. And we head now to the bottom of the first inning. And it is 1-0 RoughRiders. Luis Carvello coming in now as he'll be a right-hander. We'll get on the mound for the Frisco Cacasos. Corey Joyce out there at second base, and leading off is the shortstop Francisco Acuna. And ready to go here tonight on a beautiful Friday night. That one is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. As we lead off the bottom of the first inning is the shortstop Acuna. 1-0 delivery, and that is ricochet foul. It's 1-1. Hopefully 2 more weeks as taking on Amarillo and Springfield. There will be a Texas League schedule for 2027 coming out. High in the air. Boy, that is deep, and it is gone. And a home run by Francisco Acuna will tie it up, and that's 1-1. Boy, and the crowd goes wild as now they come in and get something going. Boy, look at that from home plate. You see where that went, and that went straight away right field near the scoreboard. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in, and here's the pitch to him. That's going to be ground ball, bouncy ball right there, straight to second, to first, and in time is out number 1. And with that, let's give the starting lineups for the missions here tonight. Acuna, Robert Salas will lead it off. Sanabria, Carpathios, Dungan, Mondu, Murphy, and Verdugo rounded out for the missions. Ethan Salas coming in now as 1 man down, nobody on. 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the first inning. A beautiful Friday night, hot and humid. After last night's rainstorm, as Tropical Storm Bertha gave us that rain. Had a few thunderstorms, but it wasn't too severe. Most evidently, it came in pretty good. We got the rain from it, but nothing bad. High in the air, straight away. And that is down and out for the center fielder to get it, and that's out number 2. Sometimes you take a look at all the years, especially May 22nd, 2011, in Joplin, Missouri, getting hit by that tornado. It went from F1 to F4 in a matter of minutes. No balls and 1 strike as Romeo Sanabria has a home plate umpire talk with Jeff Andrews. Boy, you look from Tulsa, Oklahoma, all the way from Joplin. They saw the alien-shaped wall cloud. And 2 fishermen took pictures of it. You know, you had people taking pictures of the explosive anvil that went 60,000 feet in the air. Boy, and the Joplin city was pretty much in trouble that evening. It was a Sunday night, you know, getting home from church or, you know, getting into a graduation ceremony because, you know, kids get out of school. But we'll definitely talk more about that. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on. So we go top of the second. We are tied 1-1. Well, on to the second inning. Here's center fielder Marcus Lee Sang as he comes in. Wind up and the pitch, and that is right in the chute for a called strike. It's 0-1. Boy, in Joplin, Missouri got hit close to 6 o'clock that night. A big convection of a big squall line of storm. You know, you had that and plus the 2 little storms that were right next to it, and then they converge into the bigger storm. No balls, 2 strikes. No, tornadic activity was 0%, but then it shoots through the roof through 100%. Joplin, Missouri was devastated after that storm, and boy, $1 billion or more in damages. That's why Oklahoma and Missouri and all those other places that are out there, you know, they get bad through the years.
Yeah, got him.
Well, they're out number 1 as Francisco Acuna gives that one straight to Sanabria. And there is out number 1. Julian Brock, the catcher, coming in. Boy, red, white, and green. And Flying Chanclas as last night wearing the Flying Chanclas uniforms. Yellow, blue, white, and pink with yellow on the pink. No balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch right there. Sanabria gets it out number 2. And there is 2 down. Corey Joyce coming in now, the second baseman. You can expect to see these guys after the homestand here against Springfield. San Antonio will see the Quesos once again. And then turn around, come back after that, and take on Northwest Arkansas. No balls, 2 strikes to the second baseman, Corey Joyce. And a pitch. High in the air, straightaway center. Ty Roberts under it, makes a play, and that ends the half inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 2.5, tied at 1-1. So we'll be right back after this as right fielder Braden Carpathios will get things ready to rock and roll here in this one. Well, we're about set to go for the bottom half of the second inning right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Braden Carpathios, the next batter up, gets ready to go for the Missions. High pop up straight away. Second baseman gets it, and that's out number one. Designated hitter is Clay Dungan as he gets ready to go. Field completely in the sun as we get going here tonight. Beautiful evening. Hardly a cloud in the sky, but just way out there. Don't know if you can see it or not, but out going past Highway 90. Basically where all the clouds would be, but they're out of town. Nate Mondu coming in, 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball straight to the shortstop, throw down to first in time. That's out number 3. No runs, hits, or errors, nobody left on for San Antonio. And we head to the third inning. It is 1-1. And we're about ready to go as Orlando Martinez gets ready for Frisco. And we'll be right back here in this one. Third inning set to go here on this Missions Baseball Network. Leading it off is Orlando Martinez. He leads it for the Frisco Quesos. And the pitch. That one is a high fly in the air, straightaway left. Kai Murphy under it, makes the grab. And that is out number 1. Boy, Corpus Christi wins a 2-0 shutout in game 2. So it was a split half. So that was pretty good. High in the air. That is tilted, but up to the wall as left fielder Murphy runs it down. And there is 2 down. Frenier Chavez coming in, 0 for 1, a ground out for the Riders. Wind up and the pitch. And he did not hold up in time. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count, and here is the 0-1 offering. And that is in for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. 0-2 offering. Right there called strike 3, and that ends the half inning. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for the Riders. And we head now 3.5. It is 1-1. Left fielder Kai Murphy coming in now as we get ready to get things going here in the third for San Antonio. Wind up and the pitch, and that's going to be ground ball. Boy, he stops it as he slides, and he's got him by a step. Well, the second baseman, Luis Verdugo, up now. Boy, I tell you one thing, is Rosman Verdugo being up in the Major League Farm Club of the San Diego Padres. So far, his brother here tonight, Luis Verdugo. One ball, no strikes. And that is fouled and away. Or actually, he swung and missed it. I tell you one thing. Josh Trinidou and Carter Blumler getting loose out in the Frisco bullpen. 2-1 the count now. Boy, just tell you one thing, getting pretty interesting on how these pitchers and batters get really good. But right there up to left field, and that is down for a hit.
Now batting, Francisco.
Shortstop Francisco Acuna coming in now. He's getting ready. Big long day. I tell you one thing, we were out at West Creek Trail Rides helping, and went on a trail ride today, which that was pretty good. Acuna was 1 for 1, solo shot in the first inning. Hopefully trying to get something going here for the San Antonio squad today. And that is out of play. The count now 0-2. Boy, swung on and missed. And right there, called third strike, and that is out number 2. Kind of a long day after that, come home and feel tired after that and know that the ball game has to come in. If I sound tired, that's just me because I worked waters today. These boys and girls that work their hardest, they need to be taken care of. That's a high pop-up straight away. And that is the third out. And that will do it. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. And we go to the 4th inning, tied at 1-1. So we'll get set to go as Pablo Guerrero will lead it for the 4th for Frisco. And we'll be right back here on the San Antonio Baseball Network. Well, about set to go for the top half of the fourth inning right now to the San Antonio Baseball Network. Pablo Guerrero leading it off, 4, 5, and 6, due up against Emmanuel Benales. Fourth inning of work, and that's going to be right there, line drive. That is through for a hit. Welcome you back to Missions Baseball. Tonight through Sunday, then off to Amarillo right after that. Dylan Drelling comes in, takes a strike. It's 0-1. 1-for-1 single tonight. So left fielder Drelling. Weather nice and hot on the next two games after tonight. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count now, and here's the 0-2 offering. And that one's going to be a foul ball, but anyway, Sanabria catches it, thinking it was going to be an out. But he still corrected right there. Here's the 0-2 offering, and that one is out of play, foul. It's 0-2, still hanging on. No balls, 2 strikes. Popped high in the air, straightaway center. Roberts waits on it, makes the play, and that is out number 1. Well, hopefully as we take on the Springfield Cardinals 2 weeks from today, there will be a 2027 schedule about ready to come out. Which that right there would be really nice to see that happen. Hopefully 2027 we could take on Arkansas and Tulsa. We'll see how everything goes. Keith Jones, the second, comes in, takes a foul off. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike, and that is in for a strike. It's 0-2. 1-1 ball game, top of the 4th. Jones, the second, in at the plate. That's a high pop-up. Nate Mondu near the mound. And third base takes that one, out number 2. A lot of 3-up, 3-down innings could go a long way here in tonight's contest. Center fielder is Marcus Lee Sang as he comes in. Here's the pitch. And that one is in for the strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Lee Sang. Looking like the first day of school will be August 10th for West Creek. Some would go early, mid, or late August. But anyway, back to school is coming. And so far, pretty good. I bet parents are super happy to send their young little ones back to school. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left as we go 4.5, 1-1 or tie. Frisco RoughRiders, Carter Blumler coming out now as a right-handed reliever. The 4-seam curveball and a changeup getting out for the Quesos here this evening. The catcher is Ethan Salas. As he comes in, he's 0 for 1. And prior to that, he had a line out. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Boy, anybody ball game tonight between these two ball clubs. And that is a swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Amarillo and Corpus Christi get a split half.
That's out the corner.
And when I talk about a split half, it means both teams have won 1 game apiece in the doubleheader. Here's the pitch. That one is foul, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Wind up and the pitch. And that one's downstairs, so loads the count full. And on deck is Sanabria. And that is ball 4, so he'll lose him on a 6-pitch walk. And that will be it. Runner at first, here's Romeo Sanabria. Amarillo wins the first game 4-3. And then second game in the doubleheader 2-0. Corpus Christi takes that one. That was 2-0 through 7. That one right there, and foul ball. That's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Runner at first. And that is a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. Boy, blew it right by him for the out. And next batter up is right fielder Braden Carpathios as he comes on in. Here's the pitch. High pop up straight away. Anybody? Center field gets it. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Clay.
Well, the designated hitter is Clay Dungan as he comes in 0-for-1 a fly out. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be right there. Line straight to right field, and that is how the inning comes to an end. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left for San Antonio, and we head to the 5th inning, tied at 1. 5th inning set to go. Here is Julian Brock, the catcher. So for 1, a line out. We welcome you back to Missions Baseball here on this Friday night. And the pitch is down and in for a strike. It's 0-1. Boy, looking pretty good there at Arkansas and All-American Ballpark. 5-0 is the Arkansas Travelers against Tulsa. Boy, they are really letting that game go on the rails. And the pitch. And that one is drilled high in the air. Boy, that is gone. And Frisco will take the lead here in the 5th inning. It's now 2-1. .361, 91.1 to the exit velocity. In now, second baseman Corey Joyce. As he takes a strike inside, it's 0-1. 0-for-1 fly out by the Frisco second baseman. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch is right there. Line straight away up to left field, and that is through for a hit. By golly, base hits coming in for the RoughRiders. In now, Orlando Martinez. As he comes in, takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Canales getting ready to go. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on. Nobody out. Top of the 5th for Frisco. And that one foul. 1-2. 1-2 offering. That one is got high in the air up to left field. Kai Murphy getting under it, makes the play, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, number 3.
Shortstop is Theo Hardy, 1 for 2, a single. The pitch, and that one fouled off. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And that's in for a strike, 0-2. Boy, I bet y'all cannot wait to see it get dark, and a good night rest is what's needed for all of us after a long day. High in the air straightaway, that is out number 2. Bob says, yeah, if you had a long day, you definitely deserve that rest. 75% of Emmanuel Penales' four-seam fastball has been in for strikes. Which that right there, pretty good to beat. Here is Frenier Chavez as he comes in. He hits that one high in the air straight away up to center field. Is Roberts, he makes the play. Shy of the warning track, ends the inning. Well, a run in to score, courtesy of number 4 right here. And we go now to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-1 here in tonight. Leading off the half inning, the third baseman, Nate Mondu, is 0 for 1, a ground out. Boy, just getting close to the game coming to a halfway conclusion. Wind up and the pitch right there and out of play. It's 0-1. Beautiful night here in San Antonio. And the pitch right there, high in the air, straight away. And that's going to fall down into center field, through for a hit. After tonight, 2 more games, off to Amarillo, then back to take on Springfield. Then it's on the road for Frisco right after that. Northwest Arkansas coming to town, then after that, we head to Springfield. And then we're back home for one more time to take on the Midland Rockhounds. Yeah! 2 back-to-backs right there, as that will be a 5-1-3. You believe that's what it was right there. The shortstop gets up, throws the second and first, and they get them both. And boy, just not a good half inning there. Well, anyway, the manager is out of the dugout, and he comes near to the mound, and that's going to do for the starter. Anyway, a new guy coming in, and that will bring in Josh Trinidou as he starts in for Frisco. Trinidou now pitching for Frisco. Four-seam slider, change up a sinker. Getting in for the RoughRiders. Luis Verdugo being the man first to greet him. That one ground ball, bouncy straight to short. Up in time at first, and the inning comes to an end. Well, no runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for San Antonio, and we head to the 6th inning. And it is 2-1 RoughRiders. Halfway through the broadcast tonight as we give you the inning-by-inning play. And so far, just a lot going on as we get ready for the top half of the 6th inning set to go. And boy, going to be a pretty interesting second half as we all look at it. Well, we give you the line look. Here's the top half of the 6th inning for Frisco. Boy, not a lot of runs here tonight, but Frisco has put in 2, and San Antonio just to a single. Pablo Guerrero coming in now. And here is the pitch by Emmanuel Penales. As he takes a strike inside, it's 0-1. Could be the last half inning for Emmanuel Penales. And boy, to tell you one thing, it just coming in right there and in for a strike, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch to him, and that one is foul, 0-2. Still hanging on is Guerrero. 2 for 2 of the night for the Rough Riders. And that one is a called third strike, and that is down for the third strikeout for Emmanuel Benales. Dylan Drelling coming in now as he'll lead it off. And he'll take a strike inside. It's 0-1. I will say that after tonight, kids can run the bases and have a good time. And so far, all the little ones can line up there at the first base area. And directed by the San Antonio staff, which that right there going to be pretty good. Here's 0-2. That one high and outside. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And here's the pitch. That one high fly in the air, foul. 1-2. 1-2 offering again. Swing and a miss. They got him. And that is the 4th strikeout for Benales. Keith Jones, the second, comes in as he gets ready to go. He was a pop out and a ground out 0 for 2. The strike is inside. It's 0-1. 0-1. Here's the delivery. Right there, ground ball. Sanabria picks it up, and he's got it. And that's the third final out of the half inning. Well, no runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for Frisco. We go bottom of 6. And there are 3 that will lead it off here in the 6th inning. Bottom of 6, the shortstop Francisco Acuna coming in now. Getting ready to go, and so far a pretty good one here tonight. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be line foul, and it's 0-1. Just a few more innings tonight, and we will call this day completed. Here's the 0-1 offering. Right there now to play. It's 0-2. Tell you one thing, when you work hard for a living and you can see what other people could do, or what you could do, is make a difference in somebody else's life. Well, especially there at West Creek Trail Rides, Benji Hernandez has congratulated me on all the hard work I've done today, even watering his horses and all types of stuff. These horses matter no matter what, and to tell you one thing, we need to give them the life that they should deserve. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in now as 1 man down and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rough Riders lead the game 2-1. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 4 left on. 1-3-0-2 for San Antonio. That is a run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. That is right there. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Trinidad doing pretty good as he comes in for the Riders. And ricochets that one foul, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's going to be up to second. And that will be out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, number 90.
That'll bring up Ethan Salas. Salas coming in, looking pretty sharp.
No, that's a ball.
And comes in, takes a ball outside. It's 1-0.
Ball 2.
And that is ball 2, but they don't like the call of that. Excuse me, they overturned that one, 1-1. Yeah, right there and in. And the count now, 1-1. Or 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch right there, swing and a miss. They get him. And that ends the half inning. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for San Antonio. And the 7th inning comes up right after this. Marcus Lee Sang being up now as we get ready to go for the inning of number 7. Seventh inning set to go right now to the Missions Baseball Network. Well, 3 innings to do here tonight. Marcus Lee Sang coming in. First pitch by Penales is in, and it's 0-1. Well, manager's going to come out of the dugout now, and so far that is going to do as Penales is out of this ball game. Worked 7 1/4, and so far pretty good on top of that. They'll switch it to a new arm. Right-hander Dyson Acosta will be out for the Missions. The sinker, slider, and a changeup getting ready to go. Acosta now pitching for San Antonio. Marcus Lee Sang will see him first. And the pitch right there. And that is going to get down fair. That is going to go all the way to the right field wall. And that's going to be a no-out double.
Now batting, catcher.
By golly, that was a pretty line drive base hit as we all look at it. And it was right in the outfield line. Here is Julian Brock as he comes in, takes a strike, it's 0-1. Brock was the solo shot in the 5th inning, is 1 for 2 for the Quesos tonight. 1-0-1. Here's the pitch right there, and that is foul. Boy, that would have brought in the run from second if it would have stayed fair. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch right there and out of play. And it's 0-2. No balls, the 2 strikes. Here's the windup, the pitch. And they're going to call him right to second, go to third. And that is an automatic balk. Rough Riders now have 90 feet away to score in. And here's the 0-2 offering, and that's going to be right there. They're going to get him right there out as first, and they'll get the ball back in quickly straight to the catcher covering the home plate, making sure the runner at third does not advance to the plate and score in. Corey Joyce comes in, takes a strike inside. It's 0-1. Runner at third. And the pitch. And right there, strike 2. It's 0-2. Ball game almost over. Couple more innings tonight. And that's a swing and a miss. Acosta gets him. And that's a strikeout for Acosta. Boy, and right there is where the swing and a miss got him. In now, Orlando Martinez, as he takes a sinker right down the chute and swings after it. It's 0-1. 0 for 3, a strikeout and 2 flyouts tonight. Here's the 0-1 offering, and right there in the end of the chute, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. High in the air, straight away, up in left field. And that will do it. So no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on for Frisco. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. The Riders lead it 2-1. Well, we'll let y'all have this time to have the 7th inning stretch. And we'll be right back here at the ballpark. Frisco leads it 2-1. Well, hope you've had a pretty good seventh inning stretch. Now it's time to get back to the ballpark and let's enjoy the rest of this evening. Romeo Sanabria coming in now. 2-1 Frisco, bottom of 7, 4-5-6, due up against Josh Trinidad. And that one is crushed. Boy, that is hitting the foul pole, and that will tie us up. And 2-2 is our score as we update that for you here. And what a way to get that one going to the half inning. And San Antonio is not going down quietly tonight. Not like last night when they faced a 12-0 loss. Here is Braden Carpathios, and he's going to hit that one high in the air. And the third baseman goes after it, makes a play in foul grounds. Just shy of the relief pitchers warming up to their pitches. And now Clay Dungan getting ready to go. That tie fly in the air straight away. Up to left field, and that is out number 2. Third baseman Nate Mondu coming in, 1-for-2 single. Nighttime coming on us as we get ready to close off the evening. But still a few more to do here tonight. Top of the 8th, set to go next. Right there, line drive. That is a base hit. Straight to center field.
Now batting,
Left fielder Kai Murphy coming in is 0-for-2. And that one's going to be pelted high in the air. Boy, that is carrying right to the wall. And that's going to put runners at second and third, still 2 out in the inning. Kai Murphy gets you double meat cheeseburger coupons courtesy of Whataburger. Well, the left-hander, Trinidad, is going to be done as the manager goes out to relieve him. And so far, that will do it. Well, we'll have another right-hander, Mason Thompson, coming in. ERA 11.81. 18.3% in strikeout rate, 310 over a 368, averaging a right-handed to a left-handed batter. Luis Verdugo coming in is set to go. The pitch right there, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. 1-for-2 single, second and third, 2-man down, bottom of 7. Tie ball game, 2-2. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. That one is outside. It's 0-2. Hoping to break the tie. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. And that ends the half inning. But Sanabria will bring home the tying run. And we are deadlocked at 2-2 as we head to the 8th inning here in San Antonio. And that will be our time to go to commercial break as Theo Hardy will be the next one up for Frisco coming up to the 8th inning. Well, we go to the top half of the 8th inning. Theo Hardy is getting ready to go. Wind up in the pitch by Acosta, and that is in for the strike. It's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. That one fouled off. Hopefully it won't be a long night, but anyway, 2-2 tie as we get into the half inning. No balls, 2 strikes. That one's downstairs, and the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. And that one is out of here. And it's going bye-bye. And Theo Hardy getting his first run of the night. A solo shot breaks the tie, and that's a 3-2 ball game. Still into the half inning as he rounds the bases home. Boy, that kind of makes a manager happy when you get in there and you score it in. But San Antonio manager is not having it. Now here's Frenier Chavez as he comes in, takes a ball down and outside, is 1-0. 4,789 into tonight's game. Frenier Chavez 0 for 3. Strikeout, flyout, and a ground out to Chavez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to him, downstairs and out. And it's the count now 2-1. 2-1. That one is right there, high in the air, straight to center field. And that will fall down for a base hit.
Now that first baseman, number 27.
That'll bring in Pablo Guerrero. And the pitch. And you call that a ball? Well, I tell you one thing, that was up the middle. And there you go. That was no ball right there. That was an inside strike. And the pitch. That's right there through the middle, and that's a liner straightaway center. Getting in for a base hit. Nobody out, 2 back-to-back singles for the Quesos tonight. Dylan Dreiling coming in as he'll take a strike inside. It's 0-1, 1 for 3 single. Boy, Christmas colors, red and green, white, blue, and yellow. A lot of pretty colors as we look at them. We celebrate Christmas in July. Here's a 1-1 offering, and that one's going to be pelted high in the air, and that is going to get down, and that is out of here for a ground rule double. Frisco will score in 2. 2 more onto the second and third base paths. Still nobody out. Dyson Acosta is now getting... looks to the point he is going to be out of this half inning after giving up those 2 runs. But more importantly, it's up to the bullpen to make the changes. Because as always, the manager calls the shots. It is the manager and the pitching coach coming and getting the decisions made right there. Andrew Dahlquist, a new reliever coming in to a right-handed position. Dahlquist now pitching for San Antonio. Keith Jones, the second, comes in, is 0 for 3, ground out in the first inning. RoughRiders lead 2 runs ahead of the Missions tonight. The 0-1, and that one's going to be lofted, high fly in the air. And they are not going to catch that one. That one will drop foul. 0-2 offering. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first in time for Sanabria to step on the bag and get the out. That is a strikeout also to Andrew Dahlquist as he gets out there and completes that one. Marcus Lee Sang coming in, takes a strike inside. It's 0-1. 1 for 3 double by the center fielder. One out. 5 outs left for Frisco. San Antonio at least 6. That one is out of play, and the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch right there, high in the air, and that one out of play, foul. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The count, wind up, and the pitch. Here he comes. And that's going to be lofted high in the air. Enough for a sacrifice fly. Here comes a runner from third, and into second is going to third, as that will be the fly out, now making it a 3-run lead for Frisco, and a fourth 90 feet away from scoring in. 2 down, Julian Brock coming in as a solo shot in the 5th. 5-2 RoughRiders. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-2. No balls and 1 strike. The count. 2 out. Runner at third.
That's a ball.
And that's a ball. And the count now 1-1. Wind up and the pitch. And that one's going to be fouled off. It's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that one is up to the right field line. And that will plate their 6th run for Frisco on the RBI double. Brock is getting his teammate across to the plate. And right there is Sanabria lays flat on his belly trying to get the ball. But anyway, he can't quite catch up to it. Corey Joyce coming in. Hits that one high in the air straight away. And that is up to center fielder Kai Roberts. That's the inning. Boy, they come in and score 4 times in the inning. And we head now to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Frisco leads it 6-2. Francisco Acuna leads it off for the Missions when we come back here in this one. Well, about set to go for the bottom half of the 8th inning right now to the Missions Baseball Network. Leading it off, Francisco Acuna to get something going. 4 times in the top of the 8th inning, Frisco scored in the 4 runs. Dylan McLean and Mark Church, a lefty and a righty, warming up in the RoughRiders bullpen. Acuna coming in, 1 ball, no strikes to him. And that's going to get down for a base hit to right. Boy, it's going to probably be a make or break tonight here in San Antonio. Center fielder Kai Roberts coming in. Ready to go, and the pitch, that is a sinker, fouls it away. The count now 0-1. 0 for 3, ground out in the first inning for Roberts. 1 more inning to go. That's the 9th and final after this half inning comes to a conclusion. And right there, that'll be a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch right there, and that one is ricocheted foul. He protected the plate. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that one's going to carry. That one's deep, high in the air. And the diving catch. He gets it. And man, he took that one. And if there's an instant replay, well, here it is. He literally followed that baseball to center field and right to his belly. That was a unique play by the center fielder. And that one's high in the air. Boy, that one is carrying. And that one's gone. And now Frisco now getting this game trailed by 2. San Antonio trailing the 2 as they get in 2 more runs. And that's a 6-4 ball game. Boy, getting dark as what's left of the daylight will fade away to the left field area. That one fouls it away. The count now 0-1. Boy, the crowd is going crazy here at Wolf Stadium tonight. 1 for 3, a home run, RBI, and a run here tonight for Romeo Sanabria. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on after the 2-run home run. Ground ball, straightaway short, throws down to first in time, out number 2. Now Braden Carpathios, the next one up, is 0 for 3, a pop out in the second. Now set to go. Wind up and the pitch. That one a ricochet foul. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Right there. Now to play. It's 0-2. 1 more strike. We start the 9th inning. And the pitch. Still holding that one out of play. It's foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. Throw down the first in time. And that completes the play. And the inning comes to an end. The 9th and final inning set to go. But Ethan Salas scores in 2 for San Antonio. As we go to the 9th inning, RoughRiders lead 6-4. Orlando Martinez, the right fielder, coming in 0 for 4 and 3 flyouts. Getting set to go for the top half of the 9th inning here in San Antonio. And that one is foul. It's 0-1. 0-1 delivery. Right there. Up to Sanabria. He'll step on the bag, and that is a quick out. 1 down to the half inning as Orlando Martinez being the first out. Shortstop Theo Hardy, 2 for 4 home runs, single RBI, and 2 runs today. And the pitch is outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. One man down, 2 left for Frisco.
Yes.
And that one's in for a strike. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The pitch.
Hey.
In for a strike is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Theo Hardy. And right there, that ricochets foul. Behind the bleachers. 1-2 the count. Still hanging on is Theo Hardy. 1-2. High pop up. Luis Verdugo under it. Makes the play, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Chavez.
Frenier Chavez coming in. Last out for the RoughRiders. Don't forget, Missions and RoughRiders back to their normal jerseys tomorrow night. Sunday as well, and then Rograce to Amarillo starting on Tuesday through Sunday next week. Could be a time where Amarillo and the Flying Chanclas, the pointy boots, will be the Sod Poodles, and Flying Chanclas coming in and getting in for at least 1 or 2 days of that series there in Amarillo. That one right there hit the Sanabria in time, out number 3, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Frisco. Bottom of 9 coming up, 6-4, RoughRiders. So we have the closing door assignment. Austin Roberts is in for the Frisco RoughRiders. 4-seam slider, a 2-seam fastball.
Leading off.
Roberts now pitching for Frisco. Clay Dungan, the designated hitter, comes in. It is nighttime here in San Antonio. Right there down, and that is out number 1. 2 outs left for San Antonio here tonight.
Third baseman, number
Ball game near its end as we get ready for the almost 10 o'clock hour here. We are 9:45 here tonight. That's a high pop-up straight away. Anybody? Center field? Yep. Center fielder gets it. Mondu is out number 2.
left fielder,
Left fielder Kai Murphy coming in, 1 for 3, a double. Last chance for San Antonio here tonight. RoughRiders carry the charge, top of the 8th inning with the 4 runs they get. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1 to Murphy. 2 men down, nobody on, 6-4. Outside for a ball, it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike in the count. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be lofted high in the air, carrying up to the left field, and that will be the ball game. RoughRiders will take game 4. Boy, a good night thus far, as now Frisco wins their 54th of the season, and San Antonio takes their 50th loss for the Missions. Well, we got to see. Do believe that. Oh man, well, Wichita is going to win the 38th against Midland. The bottom half of the 10th inning, and that definitely does it. Well, can't wait to see y'all back at it tomorrow. Mason Thompson gets the win. The save goes to Austin Roberts. Dyson Acosta takes the loss for San Antonio. Well, anyway, we've had a long, busy day today, and it's been one heck of a tiring one. But we hope that y'all have a good rest of y'all's night, and we'll definitely see y'all tomorrow evening. Have a good night, and safe travels going home. Frisco, 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors for San Antonio, 4-8-0, and that will pretty much do it. So have a good night.